Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Konosuba Season 3 episode number 4 reaction. Alright, the previous episode Kazuma was in Iris's place, and by Iris's place obviously the royal palace, and yeah, he was just having the time of his life, like, just Kazuma being there, being like, Iris's, like, just playing with her, telling her stories and stuff. And Rain and what's her name? Claire, I think. Yeah, those two. Rain was okay with it, I feel like, but Claire was like just losing her complete mind. She was like, "What the hell is wrong with you? Why are you giving all of these, like, start telling all of these things to the princess?" And but Iris was obviously having fun, and she was liking the fact that Kazuma was, like, very frank with her, unlike most of the people, because she is royalty. And then there was that whole part later on where a darkness and her group comes in, and they're like, oh, like, we are here to bring Kazuma back. But then they had like a little banquet, and in that banquet Kazuma decided that, why don't I, like, try to capture the noble thief that is apparently taking money from the corrupt nobles and giving it to an orphanage of the Eris sect. Yeah. So he was like, why don't I go and capture this person? That way I can stay here. But Claire had different ideas. She was like, all right, then off you go to one of the nobles' house where you will stay and take care of the situation. And now Kazuma's stuck with that dude, that Duke Aldorf or something, his name. So let's see what happens today in this episode. This is episode number 4. Let's begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. Well, Princess said, that's why. Oh my god. Oh. Wow. Oh my god. um, yeah. Well, oh god, here we go. Darkness's face. They're gonna make a mess out of your place. Bruh. Oh god. I love how the opening starts playing while Darkness is screaming. Oh boy. Hmm. Hmm. Divine punishment for this handsome gentleman thief. Well, this is plenty good as well. Wow. Okay. I still think it might be Chris, this gentleman thief. Yeah, what the, is it that much of a narcissist? Oh my god. This guy. I thought he was smiling at his own reflection or something. This guy. Oh god. Yeah, Kazuma. Good god. What a weird design this. Damn. Yeah, oh my god, this guy is crazy. Yeah. Wow. Oh my god, darkness is. Right. Oh! Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, really? Okay. Oh yeah, darkness said that. What is this picture? Oh boy. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh. What? Is this a dream or something? What's happening? Oh, it's real. Okay. For a moment I was. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Right. Okay. Well, Ar- Ark was just being an alcoholic, just like usual. Oh my god, the people are. Ark would turn everyone into an alcoholic. Oh, right. Yeah? Good god, the explosions. Wow. Right. Wow. Ah, it's a vacation. He's like, can you guys please leave? Oh god. Wow. I wonder why. What the hell? Oh, it is Chris. There you go. I knew it. Yes. Damn. Ah! Ah! Got the thief! Okay, he doesn't realize it's Chris. Hey, yo, what is happening? What the hell? Well, you are a trespasser. It doesn't, you know. Yep. So she is a thief. Mm, I don't know. Yeah, she is doing it for a good reason. Oh no. Who the? Is that a guard? Okay. Ah. Well. Can you help me? Oh god, here we go. Run. Yep. Oh god. Ran away. Yeah. Didn't see the face. Wearing a mask. Yeah. What's happening? Oh no. Oh, oh great. What? Oh no. Doll? What? Oh! Oh no, she has more. She has more. Wow! This reminds me of that time when Kazuma was in the confession booth telling everything to the Aqua. Wow. Yeah. Just open the rope. Just untie me, yeah. Oh no. Oh god. Oh my. Where's Megumin? Oh, that's it. Oh my god. He's like, get out immediately. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, we at least identified them. Damn. Oh boy. Yeah, it's fine. Just let them say whatever. Yeah. And he took it on his own. Like, nobody told him to do it. Well, yeah, well, we saw this coming. Let's go. But the whole thing with Chris, I think we have to take care of that. Damn. Wow. Yeah. Well, he probably ate it. It's a mystery, yeah. She's like, wait, who are you? I knew it. The same conversation that she had when she met her for the first time. Yeah, the one you sold. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. What the hell, man? She'll probably sell it. I feel like she'll sell it. Oh no. Well. Oh no. Oh, Chris is here, I think. Yep. Wow. He goes to sleep. Oh my god. Wow. He doesn't want to get involved in this. Next year. Mm. Divine treasures. Why? What? Yeah. Oh. Ah, like the. Wait, was the Uchidana Kozuki also. Yeah, it was also one of them. The mallet. He realized that she's the one who stole it. Client. So. Oh, okay. Yeah. He... Oh yeah. Isn't she also a thief? I guess she probably doesn't have those skills. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. The alarm. The demon army is attacking. Hello, Kazuma? Oh, he's trying to not react. He doesn't want to get involved. Oh boy. Damn. High level, yeah. Oh boy. Damn. Mm. Same reaction. Megumin's like, yeah, let's go. My explosion magic. But she just wants to use her explosion magic. Yeah, it cannot use her explosion magic. Oh god. What? Okay. Oh god, I feel like this is going to go wrong. Goddess intuition. Yeah, one of my breakfast sauces. Wow. Usually it's Kazuma trying to handle you three. You cannot handle two? Oh god. Oh boy. Oh god. Ah, that's funny. Oh my god. Okay, let's. Oh God. Yeah. Wow. God damn. Wait. Let me read. Let me read the letter in the end. Okay, wait. Okay. Um, strike. Howdy. The weather's great over here. It's me, Vedya. No matter how many times I shout here in the afterlife, no one shows up. Not that I mind. The guys from the Devil King army do good enough work. Although we do have our fair share of traitors, laughs. Leaving the front lines to open up Magic's item store, I'm sure she had her reasons for making a decision like that, treacherous as they may be. Ha ha ha. Not that it matters anymore. Now then, Devil King, I wish you good health. Strike. Well, oh god. Right. Yeah. Okay, so that was today's episode. So basically, Kazuma and her group, first of all, goes to Alder's mansion, then does some crazy stuff, so gets thrown out. But before that happened, Kazuma was able to realize that it's actually Chris. Now, I immediately realized in the previous episode, it must be Chris because there's only one thief we know in this show from the the Eris sect. That is Chris. You know. So I was like, yeah, who else would it even be? Also, the fact that in the very first episode, she stole Uchida no Kozuchi from Kazuma also means that she's probably doing she's probably going to be involved in this season somehow, some way or the other. So yeah, it was Chris who was doing this. However, I wasn't expecting her to be actually collecting these cheat items. What did she call them? Um, the divine treasures or something like that. I think she called them. Right, and she's like collecting them. And wait, so why? I don't understand one thing then. Like, if she's collecting these treasures, didn't they say that like the thief is actually stealing stuff and donating them to an orphanage of the Eris, like run by the Eris sect? Like, she's like, what's she doing? Is she like collecting the treasures and selling them and then donating that? I doubt that's what she's doing. So how is she getting them? Oh, maybe like she's along with the divine treasure. She's also like taking some money from the treasures so that she can donate them to the orphanage, because somehow she must get that money to donate it. Like, obviously she must get that money to donate it in the first place. Where is she getting that money from? Because she said like she's collecting the treasures. So I'm not really sure about that though. However, yeah, you can see that Chris is basically doing all of this, and don't know what reason it is. She did say her reason. She said something like these are very dangerous or something like that, which I guess it makes sense because these are literal cheat, like cheat weapons and stuff. Just like that one. What was Mitsurugi's sword called? I forgot the name of that sword. Whatever, that one that Kazuma sold. So just like that, each has like probably its own properties and like probably given special properties by the god and the goddesses who reincarnated the people here. So yeah, it makes sense. But like, why now? That is my question. Like, I'm sure like a lot of these treasures have been in circulation for a long time, because this is not a new thing. This reincarnation thing that is going on here. So why suddenly now is it dangerous? Like, a few questions I have, but I doubt we'll get those answers now. Maybe we'll get them later. For now, all we need to know is that she's collecting these treasures, and like some kind of a reason, because they're like dangerous or something. And Kazuma was like, at first Kazuma, when she was going to ask Kazuma for help, Kazuma was like, nope, I'm not listening to you. I'm not getting involved in any other nonsense. I just want to go home. But then later on, he realized like, okay, this is a good opportunity to make a name for myself. During the whole emergency situation, to make a name for myself and go back to the castle. So in the end, he decides to go off. Now, a few other things I do need to like talk about here. First of all, Alder. This dude is Yeah, he is a right in whatever. Um, and yeah, and he what's funny? At first, he was very like obviously he was very like I guess you could say looking forward to the fact that darkness is going to stay here. But then when he realized the whole situation, what's going on, how every single other character here is making a mess out of his place and making his life a living hell, he was like, please leave. He's like, It's not worth it. You guys just go." So yeah, that was hilarious because at first he was, obviously he wasn't really looking forward to the others, but he was very much looking forward to darkness coming and staying here. But then little by little that faded as well. In the end, he was like, just leave, guys, please. Like, just leave me alone. I don't want any of this nonsense." Like, and Aqua, all she does is drink, and not only does she drink, she makes the maids drink as well. Not only is she an alcoholic, she's making the other people alcoholic in this place as well. Kazuma just does nothing, just stays and like asks for massages and stuff. Megumin comes, goes out and blows out the vicinity. All the people in that place are just scared. Like, what the hell is going on? And yeah, and darkness is just there, I guess. Like, just completely, like fed up with this whole thing. So yeah, obviously added up by the end of it, he's like, just leave, guys. Like, I can't be bothered. It's not worth it. What is hilarious, that this arc in this this season, like darkness is the most normal one in this season. It does make sense. The reason is because like, this is like royal, like stuff is going on, like we met with Iris and all that stuff. In front of them, darkness needs to maintain like a perfect, like a perfect what is that word, a perfect what's that word, a perfect facade, no, not facade, I would say, but a perfect representation of, like, because she herself is a royal, like she herself is from royalty, so she needs to keep herself very like normal and very like calm, cool, that kind of thing. So like yeah, and that is why usually it's Kazuma being like the normal person of the group. But since this time, Doctor needs to be the normal person of this group, Kazuma's craziness is getting highlighted. Usually the other three's craziness, like, this is the thing. Usually what happens, like all the four of these characters, or like all of them, Kazuma, Darkness, Megumin, and Aqua, all of them are crazy. But the craziness meter of Darkness, Aqua, and Megumin is a little bit, teensy bit higher than Kazuma. Kazuma's craziness is a very situation based and very, I guess you could say, situation based. It depends on the situation where he shows his like absolute like just crazy eccentric side. That is why most of the time it is suppressed beneath all the others' craziness and eccentricities. However, this time, since and that is why all the time he is like the normal person, while all the others are basically like the crazy ones, and that's how the contrast is there. But now this time, since Darkness has to be the normal one, Kazuma's craziness is getting, I guess you could say, highlighted way more than it usually is, and that is why like Darkness is just like what the hell. And that's what's going on. Right. And yeah, so that's that. And then the whole thing with like Chris happened, and Kazuma's like, I don't want to get involved in this, so you just leave. And it's funny to see how like when they found Kazuma tied up, and at first Aqua was like, oh, like, what, I actually like broke your figurine or something like that. He said like, yeah, and then she was like, oh, I also like drank your alcohol or something like that, she said, which gave both Darkness and Megumin's ideas, and both of them were like, this is my chance. And it's funny to see how Darkness usually is the one who wants to get, like, who wants to get, like, what was that word? Like, she's an M, so she's the one usually in the receiving end. But it's funny to see that Kazuma is like making the whole situation so much more difficult and bothersome, and she's so much fed up with Kazuma that it probably cost a line, and she is acting completely the opposite of how she acts. She's the one who's messing with Kazuma. Usually she wants to get messed with, but this time she's the one who's like actively messing with Kazuma. And at this point of time, when she was like, "Oh, this is the perfect chance," he's tied up. She was like, "Yeah, this is perfect chance to take revenge," because usually darkness loves these type of things. Being on the receiving end, but it probably crossed a line. And she's like, no, like enough is enough. I'll be the one. Oh boy, that's funny. While Megumin was like, like trying to ask him, like, oh, what did you say back then? Like that day, like that whole thing. Right, and then we also met a little bit of Mitsurugi as well, and just Mitsurugi trying to give Aqua like a ring, like a gift, and Aqua's like, what the hell? This is small. Like, this won't fit. Mitsurugi then exchanged it for some bubbly. You know what I thought, like what was going to happen is Aqua's going to sell it or something. Like at first she would be like, oh, thank you so much, and then later on like sell it somewhere to buy alcohol. That's what I thought was going to happen, but Mitsurugi himself like sold it, I guess, for alcohol. And yeah, and then the whole Chris situation, and that last part was kind of funny because Darkness was like, at first Darkness was like, tries to bring Kazuma with her for the whole emergency, but Kazuma's like, no, I don't want to get involved. So Darkness tries to go alone, but realizes the other two are so crazy that she cannot handle them. And I'm like, come on, like this is what's like, like what has, like you cannot handle these two. Usually it's Kazuma trying to handle you three. Like that's what usually is, isn't it? So it's fun to see how Darkness is struggling just to handle two of them, while Kazuma usually handles three of them. Oh boy. Right. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Okay, and there you go. That was today's episode. Right. I do wonder. Well, like obviously, like Kazuma said that he's going to do something. Like his plan, Kazuma's plan, is like, oh, there's a lot of like strong people here. I just have to come and like participate a little bit, and that'll be it. Then I can just brag to everyone like, I was there. I made it like, and I played a vital part. But I think somehow this is going to obviously go wrong. Not somehow. Something's definitely going to go wrong because this is Konosuba. Things never go okay. So like the fact that he said that there's so many strong people here, I feel like somehow it's going to go wrong, and like everything will like probably fall on Kazuma's and his groups, on top of them, and they'll be the one in more. Like something is going to definitely happen, and it won't go according to plan. Right. So yeah. Okay, let's see. And there you go. That was it. Right, now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the very first scene, we get to see Aqua and Megumin complaining. They're like, "What the hell, Kazuma? Like like you always are the one who like messes stuff up, and and just like like talking to Kazuma, and Alderp is actually scared because Megumin is there. He's like you you might try to blow my house up again, with your crazy explosion magic. And obviously Darkness is there, so he's like, as always, being creepy. um what's funny, he was making this scene so weird, and he was like, oh, like you can stay as long as you want to. And then Kazuma's like, oh, really? Okay. Yeah, then we can do whatever the hell we want to. I'll take the biggest room. And the other two also follow suit. And the whole situation like turns from such a weird and creepy situation to just like this, and Alderp is like, what the hell is wrong with these people? And Darkness, who should feel, very uncomfortable in this situation, it's obviously feeling uncomfortable, but for the wrong reason. Not because Alderp was just rubbing her hands, but because Kazuma's making like a fool of himself, and everyone else is also making a fool of themselves. That was embarrassing. Darkness, because obviously she is she being from royalty, like if her companions do something, everyone will look at her and point at her. So whatever her companions do, she's the one responsible for it. So her companions be, it's like, like it's like how your, like, mom is like embarrassed when you do something stupid in front you are, and your siblings do something stupid in front of your, or do something not okay in front of strangers. Basically that, like, for this situation at least, like everyone will look at the mom and be like, what the hell, like, like, why are your children like this? Like, that's what's going to happen, and this is literally the same thing. And Darkness is embarrassed. She's like, what the hell? So yeah, the situation should be uncomfortable for Darkness because of Alder, but it became uncomfortable because of Kazuma, because Kazuma's just making a nuisance out of him and the others as well. And Alder was like, yeah, like, you certainly seem to have your hands full, huh, Lady Dustiness? And Darkness is like, I'm so sorry. Oh boy. Anyways, okay, now next we get to see at night, like, Kazuma's just moving around, and we see Alder here, in this room. Okay, first and foremost, okay, one thing I don't understand. First of all, what the hell was that positioning of that tree or plant? That plant, why was it in the middle of the door? Later we see that person, like, that butler brings the plant somewhere else. Okay, I don't know what the hell that was about. Then inside the room, first of all, the first thing I thought when I saw, like, Alder looking at this, like, mirror and laughing, I was like, oh, is he like a narcissist or something? He looks at his own reflection and, like, like laughs like a maniac, and, like, like comments on how beautiful he is or something like that. And that's literally what I was thinking, like, because that's the only thing that comes to my mind when you see someone looking at a mirror and laughing maniacally. That's the first thing I thought. The second thing I was a little bit weirded out is the whole design of the mirror. What the hell is that? Why is there two hands in the mirror design? What is that? I don't know who made this design, but that's extremely weird. Okay, and then he's like, oh, there's nothing here, and then I realize what the hell is going on when Kazuma, like, peeks in. This it's like those mirrors, like two-way mirror or whatever, I don't know what you call them, like, you cannot see from the other side, but from this side you can see, that kind of thing. It's just that, and on the other side is the bath, and that's when I was like, oh my god, so this is what he does. And here's the thing, like, obviously, since this is his place and this was here from the very beginning, so obviously he was probably going to, as he says, like, he was going to use this for, like, peeping on Darkness or something. But that means he usually does this to probably peep on the maids. That's what he probably does. Like, otherwise, why is this even here? Like, like, Darkness and we came today. This was here from the very beginning. That means he must be using that for something. I'm guessing that's what he does. Probably the guests who come or the maids, he probably peeps. That's what he has been doing up until now. And oh my god, the bathroom is another thing. He has a freaking, like, statue of his own face in the bathroom. Good god. Right. So Kazuma's like, is this a magic mirror? And oh no, wait. Oh no, sorry, wait a minute. You are making sure if it was in perfect condition since Darkness is staying at night. Oh no, okay, yeah. Like, yeah, what I was going to say, I thought that, oh, he brought it today. No, this probably was there from the very beginning. Right. Kazuma says, like, you are probably trying to make sure everything is okay with the mirror since Darkness is staying. That's why he is here and trying to clean the mirror. Okay, so and then Alder tries to kind of say, like, oh, you want to join me or something? And Kazuma's like, oh, don't put me into the likes of you. You leave from this place. I'll stay here. This is my room. And at first, Alder was like, oh, like, was going to go. And then he's like, wait a minute. This is not how it goes. And then both of them starts, like, like, bickering amongst each other. And then he's like, oh, let me make you an offer, like, why not choose a friendly option? And Kazuma was kind of getting, like, swayed, but then and darkness comes in, and she's like, yeah, this is what's going on here. And then she breaks the whole, like, mirror. Okay, and then, like, darkness probably sealed the whole place up, where no one can get in over there. Either way, like, time goes by and we get to see nothing like is really happening. Kazuma and everyone else is just having a good time here. Kazuma's having his meal. Megumin is like comes and talks to Kazuma. Okay, another thing. The picture, like, what was that picture in the living room or dining room, whatever the hell that was? What was that picture? It was a picture of an empty field. What? And it's so weird that place, like, that picture. Oh my god, like, is that supposed to be a scenery? Because if it was supposed to be a scenery, why is there a freaking empty grass field in the middle of it? Like, half of the picture is just covered by grass, and then the other half is the scenery. If the whole picture was the scenery, I could understand. Like, you know what, whatever, I don't know, maybe this is, like a style or something, like a design. I'm not really sure. Either way, okay, so here Kazuma's talking to Megumin, and like Kazuma's like eating, and Kazuma here comments on, like, oh, like, you, like, I've heard that you weren't able to sleep when I wasn't there, and Megumin's like, oh no, definitely not. Gets embarrassed, tries to hide that. And Kazuma's like, oh my god, what is this? What is this rom-com-esque type of atmosphere? Like, what's going on? And then Megumin's like, oh, you want to come with me on a date or something? And I was like, oh, okay, like, she directly asked him, like, that never happened before. I was like, oh wow, that's interesting. And then bam, obviously the next scene, I'm like, oh, okay, it makes sense. It was just she wanted to practice her explosion magic. And Kazuma's like, god damn it. So she blows up the place. Kazuma carries her back home. Aqua's just drinking away in the mansion. Not only is she drinking, she's also making the maids drink, so they're also in a messy situation. And like, Megumin's explosion is making the townspeople very afraid. So there you go. Kazuma, when he's at this place, all he does is asks the maids and everyone for massages and I don't know what not. Megumin just tells about her heroic exploits to everyone, while Aqua keeps drinking. And Darkness keeps apologizing. And Alderp, in the end, Alderp is like, Miss Dustinus? Like, unfortunately, I would like to say that. And Darkness is like, yeah, you don't need to say. We'll leave tomorrow. So yeah, the next day they're going to leave. So Kazuma's awake, at night, and here is where he meets Chris. Now, obviously, he doesn't realize it's Chris at the beginning. He thinks that it's a thief, so he uses his lurk skill, and he goes and he goes and grabs Chris, and Chris is like, what the hell, and oh my god, this part is kind of funny. At first I didn't realize, but then later I realized the symbolism. When Kazuma jumps on Chris, the whole section, we see that pudding just jiggling. And at first I didn't realize, and then later on I realized, like, what that implied. And I'm like, oh my god, so yeah, so Kazuma's just groping her or something, probably. Throughout the whole thing. Either way, Chris is like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, it's me, Chris. And he's like, oh, it's you. And he's like, how should I know? I was just restraining the trespasser, the thief, And so Kazuma's like, oh, so you are the noble thief, and like all that stuff. And Chris is like, wait, Darkness is here? And Kazuma's like, yeah, if Darkness realizes that it's you, she's not going to be happy about it. And then Chris is like, oh, please don't tell Darkness, just don't do it. She's going to be very mad if she finds out. Either way, like the commotion, it's like attracting attention. So Chris is like, I don't have much time, I'll tell you everything. Oh no, first Chris is like, okay, let me tell you what's going on. At which Kazuma's like, I don't want to hear, I don't want to get involved in this nonsense again. So he closes his ears, doesn't want to listen. Chris tries so much to try to tell him, but he's not moving at all. So then in the end, Chris realizes that it's being, like the commotion is like too much, and everyone's like woken up almost. Chris is like, I'll talk to you tomorrow or someday later. Goodbye. But Kazuma's like, bind me first, otherwise, yeah, it'll be a problem. So she binds him and leaves. And that's when Darkness and everyone else comes in, and they realize that the thief has gone away. But before untying Kazuma, all of them just does whatever they want with Kazuma. First of all, Aqua. Now this scene really reminded me of that scene from season 2, where Kazuma, where Aqua wasn't listening to Kazuma in the confessional booth, and Kazuma's like, alright, you know what? Let me just do this. So he like tells everything to Aqua. He's like, oh, you know what? That bubbly that you bought that day, I drank it. And then he was like, also, I put a recruitment poster for a healer from the Eris sect, because you're so useless. Stuff like that he was saying, and then in the end, Aqua gets mad. This reminds me of that, because Aqua literally does the same thing. She's like, okay, you know what? This perfect time to tell a few things. I hope you'll forgive me. And so the first thing that she says is that, okay, I started digging around in your room because I was bored. I found this doll-looking thing that you apparently had made. Okay, so that's like a figurine, I'm guessing he was making. And she broke it. Kazuma's like, okay, please untie me first. It's fine, like we are friends here, because obviously, like, he cannot get mad now. He's tied up, so he's at their mercy, so he cannot get mad. And then Aqua's like, oh, there's more, like, you know what? I ate your alcohol as well, or something like that, he says. I kept drinking, and, like, I figured it'll be fine since you weren't around. Kazuma's like, it's okay, we're all friends here. And seeing this situation, both Darkness and Megumin, is like perfect timing. So Darkness starts stuffing Kazuma with food, and she's like, yeah, like, you see, like, this is what you get. Like, apologize for the endless grief you put me through. Like I was saying, Darkness loves stuff like this, being on the receiving end. But I feel like it probably went a bit above her whole, like, limit. And it went so much above her limit that she's completely acting opposite to how she acts. Usually she's happy when she's on the receiving end, but now she's so pissed that she's putting Kazuma in the receiving end. Just torturing him. While Megumin has her own ideas, and she's like, oh, can you please tell me what you said on that day? Do you remember that day what you said? How many points was it? Okay, I don't really remember what he said at that day. Like, did he like say like 100 points? Because I do remember which scene she's talking about. I do remember that. But I cannot remember what Kazuma said. Like, So yeah, anyways, but Aldab comes in and he's like, you guys, enough is enough. And yeah, they were kicked out, obviously. So yeah, Kazuma comes in front of Iris and tells the whole situation, says that I was bound up and like I couldn't do anything. And yeah, and everyone's like, you're useless. And Claire is like, I'm certain this thief must have been the threat indeed. Obviously in a sarcastic way. But Megumin was going to like, try to like, was going to say that no, that's not true or something like that. Was going to yeah, but protest against this, but Darkness stops her. Yeah, doesn't want to make this situation even, either way. Iris, however, was like, oh, it's fine, at any event, thank you for your service. You did not fail to apprehend the thief, but you successfully prevented him from stealing anything. Yeah, now this is so interesting because like how it's crazy to see, like none of the other people had a single idea how to do anything about that thief, or they didn't even see the thief up until now. So it's crazy to see how they're judging Kazuma, who at least was able to confront the thief. You guys have been able to do nothing up until now. So who are you to judge when someone was able to at least do something? Instead of praising them for what they have done, you're like, saying stuff like this. Like, that is plain irony, just, absolutely nonsense. Like, all these nobles were acting so smart, like, like, oh, you weren't able to do it. But at the same time, none up until now had even seen the thief. What the hell are you on about? That kind of thing. This scene really reminds me of another scene from another show. If you guys have seen it, it's a very like underrated show. I barely hear people talking about it. It's called Gate, and this scene reminds me of a certain scene from that show. The scene where Rory Mercury talks in front of a lot of people, and like a few people were trying to blame the main character for being unable to prevent to save some lives, while Rory was like, what the hell is wrong with you people? You are saying that he wasn't able to save the lives. You are saying that he let 1/3 of the people die. Nobody's praising him for saving the 2/3 of people that would have died otherwise. Like that kind of thing. So this really reminds me of that, because that's literally what this is about. That's literally what Iris says, that it's not that you weren't able to do anything, but you successfully prevented him from stealing anything. Like instead of saying that half of the cup is empty, like Iris is highlighting the fact that the half of the cup is filled, like that kind of thing. Anyways, this scene really reminded me of that scene from that show. Okay, yeah, you have done nothing to earn any duration. Okay, anyways, all that aside, so now Aqua is trying to find some bubbly from here. He's going to take back as souvenirs. Kazuma's like, Kazuma here kind of talks about how, like Aqua's a lot like social, and comments on how, like, like some people brought like some meat for her, and Aqua's like, wait, I'd never heard about that. And Kazuma's like, yeah, because me and Darkness ate it. Kazuma gets pissed, Aqua gets pissed off. While all of this is happening, Mitsurugi comes in. Obviously, Aqua doesn't remember him, which is obviously the running joke. Mitsurugi's like, what the hell? Kazuma's like, come on, Aqua, you don't remember him? He's Katsuragi. Mitsurugi's like, my name is Mitsurugi. Anyways, wait, so did Mitsurugi come here to just give this ring to Aqua? Oh my god, the dedication. He came here, he like brought the ring, and he's like, oh, like, goddess, like, here, this is for you. Like, Aqua-sama, this is for you. Aqua's like, what the hell is this? And this is like, it's a ring. Kazuma's like, oh, this is, like, this is the typical, like, like, gentlemanly move, hot gentlemanly move. Anyways, Aqua's like, this doesn't even fit. In the end, Mitsurugi sells it to buy some bubbly. Right, after that, later on, we get to see, at night, Chris comes in, tries to wake up Kazuma. Again, this whole symbolism with the two balloons, this part, where Kazuma literally jumps on her and hugs her. And Chris tries to tell him what's going on. Kazuma's like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to get involved in any of the nonsense. Like, shuts his ear, doesn't listen. Either way, in the end, Chris, like convinces him to listen. Then Kazuma's like, fine, tell me what it is. So she says that I am looking for divine treasures. Kazuma's like, it sounds trouble, could we stop now? But she's like, no, like, it's very important. Like, and she says, like, these are items that are only given to adventurers with dark hair, dark eyes, and funny sounding names. Well, basically, like, people from the real world. Like, unlike people here who have, like, blue hair or red hair, like, crazy stuff is going on. Which is, it's kind of interesting because, it is true. Like, the isekai characters we've seen here, Kazuma, Mitsurugi, and that dude you remember, that scientist dude or whatever the hell he was, that crazy guy, the one who was responsible for a lot of the other, like, things that has happened, that dude. All of them actually has, like, dark hair and everything. So even though the characters in this show, like the characters in this world, have like blue, green, purple hair, actual characters from the real world, they actually have normal hair, like brown or like black, like that type of hair. So that's why she's like, with dark eyes, dark hair, funny sounding names, because obviously to them, like, the names are funny sounding because they're characters from another world. So basically isekai characters. So Kazuma puts two and two together and he realizes she's talking about the cheat items, and he's like, why are you trying to get them? Oh, here we go. So Chris says that, um okay, where is that part? They have different effects. Some can do a lot of damage, some bring incredible wealth. And here is where Kazuma's like, wait a minute, incredible wealth? Were you the one who stole my mallet? So that mallet was also another cheat item. I'm guessing that mallet was probably another isekai character probably asked for it. Like someone probably said something like, oh, I want something that can bring me infinite money, and that's what he got. And then he died probably from that girl, that monster girl, you remember? She probably killed him, and that's why that was with him there. And that's how Kazuma got it. So yeah, Chris stole it. Now here's the thing, interesting thing. I remember someone mentioned in the comments of that episode, the very first episode, that the whole mallet story was like an anime original. It's very interesting because if this is an anime original, they're kind of tying this to like an actual, I'm guessing, storyline inside the storyline, I'm guessing. So I'm guessing like some animes do that, even some stuff from which are not in the source material, they kind of somehow introduce it in a very clever way with the source material somehow, like kind of interconnected. I'm guessing this is how they interconnected that, because if that wasn't in the source material, then they did a good job in connecting that with this, something like that. Either way, she's like that. Oh, Kazuma's pissed. Kazuma's like, you stole that from me, and she's like, I'm sorry, but those need to be collected, and they're very dangerous. But she says like, I cannot reveal the name of the client who's doing this, so all that stuff. Either way, so she says like there's some kind of incredible treasure in that castle, so I need that, and she's like, you have night vision skill, you have lurk, you can help me out. Either way, Kazuma's like, I'm not moving anywhere, I'm not doing anything. So and then Kazuma's like, okay, you want me to use bind on you, at which Chris is like, okay, I'll see you later, bye. So she runs away. She's like, I'll talk to you later. And then the whole Kazuma's like, okay, let me just go to sleep, I'm tired. But then the alarm starts ringing, the Devil King army alert. Kazuma tries to act as if he's not hearing it because he doesn't want to get involved, but then darkness comes banging on his room, and she's like, come on, let's go. Kazuma's like, no, there's so many people here, good people, and don't you see that they are asking for high-level adventures. We're mid-level best, not even mid-level, so I don't want to get involved in this, So darkness is like, you just stay here, whatever you want to. I'm going to go with the other two. She tries to bring the other two with her. Aqua's screaming and just throwing a tantrum, doesn't want to go. She's like, no, I don't want to go. Darkness is like, come on, you're a healer. People need you. She's like, no, I'm not moving. While Megumin is packing her bag. Darkness is like, why are you packing your bag? She's like, oh, because I need to use my explosion magic, And obviously, Darkness doesn't want that to happen as well. So she's trying to stop both of them. And she's like, please, Kazuma, help. I cannot handle these two. And then in the end, Kazuma was like, okay, you know what? Let's just do this, because if I'm able to do this, I can show off, basically. And Kazuma thinks like, there's a lot of strong adventurers here, and they can handle it. I'm just going to go there and just show my face. That's it. And then I'll take the credit. That's what he's planning. And, not take the credit, but he'll be involved in this. So, he can at least say something like, oh, I was there and I did this. So that's what that's how he wants to go back to the castle. Perfect opportunity, but obviously things never go as Kazuma thinks in this show. So I'm sure it's somehow going to get messed up in the next episode. Either way, he starts. I love how immediately when Kazuma comes in, Aqua realized that, oh no, there's no way I'm getting out of this. She starts crying. She knows that Kazuma's dragging her there. How, whichever way possible. That kind of thing. As soon as Kazuma came in, she was like, yeah, it's over. I have to go now. Yeah, and there you go. That is where it ended. Another really good episode, like I said. It's really funny to see Darkness being the normal person. And yeah, so there you go. So that is it. Thanks for watching, guys. This was my reaction to episode number 4 of Konosuba season 3. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Konosuba. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.